Okay, so members, welcome. In this lesson today, we are going to see how to handle these ratios where we have increase in the number of men, what will happen each time, and also when we have number of students and teachers. But please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Here, to increase or decrease a quantity in the ratio of A to B, we multiply it by A over B. Instead, we can write the ratios as fractions. So to increase, for a quantity to increase in the ratio of A to B, then A should be greater than B. So if it's an increasing ratio, or is this A is bigger than a B. For a quantity to decrease in the ratio of A to B, if it's to decrease now, it means that now this A is less than B. In simple terms, B is bigger than A. So to see an example there, increase 4,000 in the ratio of 5 to 4. Because it's an increase, that's why this 5 is greater than this 4. Let us see if it's going to increase. We said if you are increasing, we multiply by the fraction from this ratio times the quantity we want to increase. So if you want to increase this in this ratio, you get 5 over 4. If you multiply here, this 4 divides here, you get 10,000 times 5, you get 50. I think we see that we have increased it from 40,000 to 50,000. Now if you want to decrease it in a ratio of 4 to 5, it means that if it's to decrease, or is this is less than this, or the downer number is greater than this. So that if you increase it in that ratio, we multiply this here, we get this divided here 8. 8 times 4, that is 32. And you see that we have decreased it from 40,000 to 32,000. So or is to increase, this A should be greater than B. To decrease, B should be greater than A. As simple as that. Now, let us see how we handle this question. If 15 men can dig a piece of land in 8 hours, how long will it take 12 men to dig the same piece of land? Now, here it depends. You need to know when I increase men, what happens to time. So it's that when we increase men, you see that the time we are going to use is going to decrease. But if we decrease men, it means that if you reduce on the number of people who are doing a certain piece of work, it means that the time for them to finish that work is going for it to increase. So you need to know this item. Now, let us see. Men, so that men we are from 15 now to 12. So that we are reducing the men, but in which ratio? So that men are decreasing in a ratio of, we said the decrease or is, this should be, we said A should be less than B. So they are decreasing in the ratio of 12 to 15. So start this decreasing. Why is it decreasing? Because this is less than this. So meaning that R15 to and from to 15 in the same as we can reduce this by 3 or to 5. Now, because a decrease in men leads to an increase in time using this idea, it means that for it, time is going, our time is increasing, time is increasing. In ratio of, now time for it is going to increase, and to increase, we just change this. So it's going to increase because this is greater than this. So now, the time that will be required, the time, why are we going to, the time required, why are we doing this? Because the time is going to increase, because we are seeing that we are reducing men, so it's going to increase in this ratio, so we get 5 over 4, but remember this 5 over 4, this one reduced it was now 12 to 15, meaning this was 15 to 12. So 12, 15, then times 8 hours. How busy men we are taking 8 hours. So if you multiply there, you see that we are getting 10 hours. By this one, and by this 2 times this, we get 10 hours. That's how we have that. Now when you come to students, now this one we first take, is it a, we are going to see that as a master and then direct. So here, just common sense. If you increase the number of students, the question says, if 4 teachers are needed to cater for 60 students, how many then but teachers are needed to cater for 150 students? Students required for 6 teachers. It means that when you increase the number of students, it means that you are going to also need to increase the number of teachers, because as students increase, you need more teachers to cater for the more students. Now it means that increase in students will lead to an increase in teachers. If we reduce students, it means that even teachers will need to reduce them. That is the simple idea. Now, we need to know. You see now they want 150 students. So see that now students are increasing from 60 to 50. So you come and say students increase in ratio. In the ratio now to increase in the ratio of 50 to 60. Meaning the number of teachers we need from now part A. Part A now, we shall say number of teachers will be, now the students are increasing in this ratio. Meaning that if the teachers are increasing, even students are increasing, even the teachers are increasing. So if students are increasing in this ratio, even teachers are going to increase in the same ratio, because for them, increase is absolutely increase. But here we have to get this, the reciprocal, because here increase leads to an increase. So here now, we get 150 over 60 times 60 students need 4 teachers. So times 4, and this will be this one by 3, 5, by 3, 2, by 2, 1, by 2, 2. So we have 5 times 2, which gives us teachers with ease. Then in part B, you see, now students required for 6 teachers. Now so we are increasing also teachers. If we increase teachers, it means that even the students are increasing. So you say now teachers increase in ratio. So teachers increase in the ratio 6 to, they increase it to 6 from how many? From 4. It means that if they are increasing in this ratio, even students are going to increase in this ratio. So number of students will be now 6 over 4. Now times 4 teachers, we are catering for 60 students. So times 60. And this will be by this one. You see 4 goes here, 15 times. So we have 6 times 15, which will give us 90 students. As simple as that. So members, that's how we handle all those numbers. I wish you the best.